Hello, my name is William Milton. I'm an assistant women's basketball coach here at McMurray University, and this is my player Taylor Neal, and she's going to be demonstrating a lot of everything that I'm instructing. The beginning of a lot of our weight workouts and stuff involves some type of warm-up activity, and this is particularly the bow suit burpee. Go ahead. She's going to start off in a tuck. She's going to flatten out, do a push-up, back into a tuck, standing up with the bow suit ball above her head. Go ahead. Good. It's the upper body strength, core strength. Leap a lot is what I call it. It's an explosion workout. And there she goes. What you want to concentrate on is when you leap from side to side, you want to land with your feet square with your shoulders so there's no issues with exploding up. Good job. It's an explosion in lower body. Core really works every part of your leg and your glute area and your core front and back. Now try to land a little bit more square with your feet. Good job. Yeah. Good job. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is proper defensive slides. This is what we do at the beginning of our defensive portion of our practices. She's going to get a ball. And a lot of transition kids that are going from the high school level to the college level have been taught one certain way their entire life, and it's adjusted, and they kind of have to forget a lot of what they learned previous. And Taylor's actually going through that process right now. Go ahead and demonstrate. You want to do the defensive slide and rolling the ball with your fingertips. And what you want to kind of concentrate on is called the lunge step. All it is the front step first and then the second step follows. And usually at the lower levels, they're taught total opposite. Go ahead and slow it down so that your body catches up with your mind. There you go. Good job. So you get your rear a little bit lower and your back straight, head up. Good job. Good. One more there and back. Good. Go ahead and grab water real quick. Next thing that we're going to do is two-ball dribbling, stationary dribble work that we do. And when she's getting water, she's going to adjust the camera so that it's a little bit workable for us. Thank you. The first thing that she's going to do is two-ball dribbling. There's a sequence that we'll do, and I'll tell her what to do when. She's really good at it. She teaches actually grade school to junior high to early high school kids as well. Go ahead and grab both basketballs. And what she's going to do right now, she's going to, what we call two-ball pound. She's going to do that for about 30 seconds. And then we're going to move on to the next thing.
On the two-ball pound, you want to make sure that your feet are square and shoulder width apart. You want to make sure that you're in an athletic position and you're down low. And then you keep the ball below your knees and your eyes up.
And she was explaining to keep low, forward in the knee a little bit. If you can allow a little bit alternate pound. Go ahead. There again, all it is a lot more control. You're doing something different. You're working both sides of your brain at the same time. One. Okay, she's going to transition into front and back now. Same thing, you can bring your feet in a little bit more. Bring your feet in a little bit more. It allows a lot more control, a lot of lower body strength, keeping her head up. She can see the defense wherever it's at. Whether it's a single defender, a double team coming at her, she can dribble out of it. Go ahead and side to side. A lot of ball control with both hands. It's really kind of self-explanatory. It's just a reiteration of a different type of dribbling that we do more. Okay, right low, left high. There again, we're working both sides of the brain again. Your head up, you're able to see things coming at you. You're staying at a good center of gravity so you're not bumped off of your brain quickly. Go ahead and alternate sides. Stay low, low, low. Okay, Ted is going to grab a quick drink real quick and adjust the camera again for me. We're going to transition over to cone dribbling drill that we did with one ball. And the reason why we do that is in game time situation, you don't have two balls in your hands while you're dribbling up the court, of course. So she's gonna come back over here and grab the ball. I'm gonna shut the door real quick. So the first thing that she's going to do right now, she's going to go into cone dribbling. And what she's going to do is keep the ball lower, hip high or lower. And when she crosses over in front, she wants it lower than her knees are. With any type of drill that you're getting developed in training with, you want to work your pace from a very slow pace, getting it right in your mind, and then actually going into a faster pace. So we're going to go through it several while I instruct while she demonstrates. Good. And go back. We're going to do each one of them 3 times. So this one's one, and you got 2 more. Deep breath.
Lower than that.
Sometimes when the athletes go through drilling drills or whatever drills you have them, the more fatigue they get, they'll forget what they're actually doing with their bodies and stuff. And you as a coach need to just reiterate from start to finish. She's got one more of these, and then she's going to go into kind of a freelance thing. So 3 times through, just kind of freelance, do what you want, but to like work from a slow pace, okay? And then work yourself into a faster pace as you go. If you mess up, it's okay, reiterate. A lot of these drills that we're doing, you can actually do at home. All it takes is, cones can be rocks, it could be chairs, it could be anything from home. Chairs, anything can be done. Today at home with the basketball. Good. You notice she's kind of mixing it up. She's doing each of the moves at different times and stuff. Just like basketball, it's always unpredictable. As she's going, she's kind of using her mind and body at the same time. Believe it or not, even for a college level kid, she's very good at what she does, but she's always developing her mindset. Okay, now we're going to talk about our shooting form. And this is something that I do with young age kids, elementary age kids, all the way up to professional level. It's just a reiteration of our shot form and really paying attention to where our feet are at all times in our shot form. We're going to start together. If you're right-handed, you have your right foot stationary, your left foot in your instep. If you're left-handed, you just switch it up. It's the opposite, okay? So she's a right-handed player, so I want her left foot in her instep. She's going to shoulder width or a little bit in, wherever's comfortable for her. One toe is a little bit ahead of the other one. It's just a natural position for your body in the shooting position. So now she's going to bend her knees in triple threat position is what we call it. It's where she could pass the ball from that position, she can take off and dribble from that position, or she can pull up and shoot from that position. The first thing that we do is always pay attention to our shooting elbow. And what we want to pay attention to is always keeping it in, above, act like a string is attached to your knee. And the elbow is actually directly above the knee as the shooting motion goes into. The ball's never on the palms, it's always on your finger pads and your actual, just the knuckle pads of your hand. And when she follows through, the bookhand stays straight, comes off the ball actually before follow through proceeds. So go ahead and do that 5 times. Good. And what we want to do, the position she's starting out in is the position that you always want to catch the ball in. And when she goes up into the shooting position, she wants to follow through the same way every time. Normally, the higher level that you go, you want body control. So it's normally we pay attention to waist and up, normally, because your feet could at any time be at any position. You just always want your waist up to do the same exact repetition every time the same way. Through a self-critique, during a game time situation, you miss a shot, either if it's left or right, it's usually the follow-through position, whether your elbow starts out too far out, or through fatigue and stuff, your bookhand thumb starts playing a part into your follow-through. And that's usually where problems kind of occur. If it's short or long, it's normally a fatigue issue and you either need to use your legs less or more, just for shooting consistency. The next thing we're going to talk about is shooting in step. So normally when you're teaching at any level, if the right hand, the natural position is always to have your instep be your opposite leg. So if you're self-tossed, you step in, you get ready and go straight up into your shooting position. If you're coming from the other side of the court and you're right-handed still, self-toss, you step with your instep going in the direction in which you're going, then you always come back through with your normal foot. So go ahead and do that a few times to yourself. So instep, straight into a shot, same thing going the other way. Good. So I'm going to stand over here, I'm the point guard, and Taylor's actually the shooting guard coming off a screen or any kind of cut. She's actually setting herself a down screen right now with the cone, and she's coming towards me, and then instep into a shot straight in front of the camera. Does that make sense? Right there, straight into the shot, good. Okay, do that one more time, then we'll switch sides. Same thing, the ball's going, she's straight over into the shot. If she's coming from the opposite direction, on the opposite side of the floor usually, which is one thing we do, she's going to instep with the opposite foot. There she goes, she kind of hopped into that time, but she didn't travel. Same thing. There you go, good. Okay, now we're going to do what I call a small hop off of a down screen. Same exact positioning. You're just going to small hop into it. You understand what I mean? So if she's my passer and I'm coming around the screen, I'm right here. I leave, small hop, square to the basket, okay? So you're right here coming off your screen. Right there, small hop into a shot. If you notice when she small hops, her body automatically turns. Normally it's something that's kind of just reiterated in your mind the more you shoot on your own and stuff. If she's coming from the opposite side, it's the opposite side, small hopping into the shot. And notice how her body kind of squares up by itself. So she's going, squares up by itself, and she's going straight towards the target. But that's kind of my instruction today. Thank you, Taylor, for coming and being a demonstrator. That's it. Good.